Surely for Fulani Falana, popularly known as Falz and Falz the Bahd Guy, protest music assists in the interrogation of a society's moral compass and in turn questions some conviction. This philosophy to him is deep-rooted. As a matter of fact, on one occasion of Femi Falana's, a lawyer and human rights advocate and Falz's father arrest, your Falz Chieshe would then asked his mother why his father was always being arrested because his teacher had told him that only criminals got arrested. His mother said that in Nigeria, under the military, only two sets of people were arrested: criminal suspects and political suspects. Political suspects are those who are out to expose the criminality of the government, which category his father happens to belong. So the only language Falz understood were detention, arrest, and the rest of them. Said his father when he was advised by some politicians to ask his son to stop embarrassing the government. This historical background forms the premise of Falz, the Nigerian politician nightmare, and all other African musician protest songs, which are about religious, ethnic, and political issues ranging from recession, ethnic and religious crisis, to electoral malpractice, bribery, and corruption. This is Nigeria is an adaptation of the original American Childish Gambino's song, This is America, to the Nigerian society. While Glover discusses American contemporary issues such as police violence, racism, and gun crime, Falz summarizes 5 typical and predominant issues in Nigerian society in 2018, which are corruption, police brutality, insecurity, erratic electrical power supply and unemployment, and internet fraud. Whereas Gambino's message is communicated with important symbolism and tact. Falz is on the account of corruption is transparent and gives little room for ambiguity, but tackles things head on, spelling things the way they are done the Nigerian way, in a rap style that is comedic, rendered in pidgin English with an exaggerated Yoruba accent. The language of this song is quite ironical and satirical. To show this, in the very first stanza of this satire-parody song, which is the voice of Femi Falana, Falz metaphorically calls the system of government operating in Nigeria predatory colonial capitalist system, which he opines is grounded on fraud, exploitation, and corruption. Still in the spirit of naming, in the second stanza, Falz publicly attacks the face of Nigerian politicians, while he negatively labels them as looters, stealers, and killers, who are never sent to prison despite their immoralities. The Nigerian government, which is headed by these politicians, has failed to rise Nigerian economy out of recession. Yet these criminals still vie for political positions to embezzle the remaining funds. To stress his point, Falz displays his Nigerian idiosyncrasy, typical to every Nigerian, by the application of the emphatic O through the use of alliteration on the line. When politicians wey thief some billions and billions, they go prison. Falz not only adds musical rhythm and melody to the song, but echoes the height of these politicians' mindless and heartless looting of government funds. What follows are a series of very detailed, dramatically mimed ironies. The song highlights several contradictions present in the government and the general operations in Nigeria. The expression "police station dey close by 6, security issue" is one of such situations. Falz here expresses how ironical it is that the Nigerian police stations, a supposed house of security personnel and apparatus, are not safe, for they are not adequately trained nor equipped to handle Nigerian security-based situations. Hence, seems to be negligent of their duties by closing early. Not only that, somewhere in the video of the song, Nigerian police officers were shown tying the station generator to the wall to avoid theft. This goes a long way to explain why the dancing housewife girls at the background scattered and left due to the lightless attitude of law enforcement agencies in finding over 100 kidnapped girls who are still missing. There also exists elements of irony in the Nigerian Pidgin phrase SARS copy for road. Any explanation you go talk out for station. First, SARS as an agency is personified as a spiritual being with the potential of hurting someone. Hence, the supposed protectors of people and properties prefer to arrest and detain many people at the station in order to get more money for bail. This way, Falz directly attacks the Nigerian police, especially its Special Anti-Robbery Squad, that is SARS, and other law enforcement agencies who are accused of being selective in their treatment towards Nigerians. Another good example of irony used in the song is found in the expression, "I want you to put your hands up right now," and Pastor put his hands in the breast of his members, he's pulling the demons out. It is quite ironical to observe that these pastors who are meant to be serving the public are the very ones practicing pastorpreneur, that's business-oriented pastors. Those who commercialize miracles, defraud, and sexually assault vulnerable women seeking miracles. So, by the employment of sarcasm or mock, Falz makes joke of these pastors' tactics. He mocks them as playing double standard by serving God and as well as satisfying their own personal needs. This he showed in the deliverance, which involved the fondling of the woman's breast. In tandem with this kind of allusion is the Nigerian hugely popular reality show Big Brother Naija, which is parodied as Big Sister Nigeria, with an enthusiastic winner celebrating his 25 million naira and car prize. In line with this motive of this contest, Falz presents 3 portrayals: opioid addiction, television shows, and church sermon. All of this symbolizes the sedative that people use to distract themselves and cope with the everyday frustration of life. Other instances of irony are the chairman of Okada Riders Union driving SUV, the CEO of Techno using an iPhone, the CEO of Innocent Motors driving a Range Rover, a female gynecologist seeking help from a herbalist to get pregnant, and Pentecostal pastors driving bulletproof cars, moving with arrays of armed soldiers, living in bulletproof houses, and still cover the people and members with the blood of Jesus. Not only is the song replete with dramatic irony, but with allusions as well. It is worthy of note that majority of the video, where Falz is surrounded by 4 girls from the northern Nigeria dancing in the background, this not only symbolizes but serves as a continual reminder of the Chibok girls who are still missing till now. Falz also makes use of historical and social media allusion. The statements, "just because I'm on TV now, person no way get to work is checking to see if my watch is original," is allusive to the social media event between Hushpuppi, a Nigerian celebrity, and Kcee, a popular Nigerian musician. Hushpuppi claims to be Gucci King because of all his expensive watches, clothes, and other materials are supposedly original Gucci products. He is presented as an ideal person and in the habit of disparaging other celebrities, including Kcee, of using fake Gucci products. In this excerpt, Falz publicly attacks him by calling him unemployed, which also implies that the very expensive fashion items he constantly posts on his social media accounts are gotten from ill source of income, such as internet fraud. Falz also attacked jobless Nigerian tweeters who on daily basis attack the lavish lifestyles of Nigerian celebrities, especially their luxurious appearances and dresses. There exists yet another historical allusion in the expression, whether Madam Philomena, money vanish from your office 36 million and you talk in an animal. These pidgin statements, which are used to ridicule and mock her for the reason she gave for the money that were missing, reference to the incident at the National Joint Administration Matriculation Board JAM office, where Miss Philomena, a sales clerk, told JAM registrar that 36 million made from the sales of examination scratch card was swallowed by a mysterious snake. By so doing, Falz exposes the folly behind the mentality of corrupt government workers who misappropriate government funds and claims that it was embezzled by animals. In the same manner, 70 million naira, which was handed over to the Northern Senators Forum, the money which was also swallowed in the farm of a senator by him. Furthermore, the formulation Fulani Herdsmen still dey slaughter, carry people dey massacre, marks another historical allusion. The excerpt exposes the supposedly cattle breeders in Nigeria who still engage in slaughtering and massacring people despite the different security agencies in Nigeria. Hence, since the police themselves closed by 6, it therefore implies that they couldn't curtail the excesses of these Fulani herdsmen who has been in violent conflicts with the farming communities. The second kind of allusion in the song is political. It is political allusive when Falz appraises Nigerian youths and as well attacks the Nigerian president in his remark, young people are still working multiple jobs and they talk say lazy. This is an implicit reference to the wording of Nigerian president at the Commonwealth Business Forum held in Westminster, London in April 2018, where the president portrayed Nigerian youths as lazy. Falz disagrees with this view by stating that Nigerian youths are hardworking. He puts this thus: they are still working multiple jobs, yet they talk say be lazy. He strategically uses the third person plural pronoun they, not to mention the president's name, and as well disassociate and exempt himself from such acceptance. On the other hand, he uses inclusively to include himself among the hard-working Nigerian youths who are belittled. Falz yet again made another political allusion to the Nigerian president over his comment in an interview he granted the UK's Telegraph newspaper on February 5, 2016. In the interview, President Buhari was asked about many desperate migrants from Nigeria and their fraudulent application. He responded that criminal reputations of Nigerian citizens seeking an asylum have made them not to be accepted by Britain. This statement has been misstated out of context to mean that the president called Nigerians criminals. Falz also referenced this in his song, hinting that everybody na criminal. He also ties the criminal description of Nigerians to the harsh living conditions occasioned by adverse economic and political situation. He therefore liberates the criminal Nigerians who are vulnerable to committing crimes as a result of the government's insensitivity to their well-being. Thus, he blames the Nigerian government for turning Nigerians into criminals. By the application of repetition to the phrases, this is Nigeria and everybody na criminal, Falz echoes the theme of corruption and as well makes us to understand that these events are mostly found in the country Nigeria. Furthermore, by asserting everybody be criminal, Falz made it clear that to live in Nigeria means that you are almost certainly going to have to engage in some level of corruption because that is the modus operandi. Another instance of political allusion in his speech, this is breaking of transmission is. With this allusion, Falz reenacts a viral depiction of Nigerian's police inspector General Ibrahim Idris' drama where he struggles to give a speech. The original video, which is believed to be fake and manipulated, has the police chief finding it extremely difficult to pronounce the word transmission. So he continues to repeat "I mean" and "transmission" several times instead of reading the other section of his speech. By stuttering and repeating the same word "transmission" so often like an illiterate, Falz makes a jest of that disgraceful situation. This is because the police chief, who is expected to be intelligent, smart, and articulate, has been portrayed as an disorganized and uncoordinated security force. On a final note, with the root repetition in the phrasing casting the PMB castigator, Falz made another political allusion to the President Buhari's aides and political advisors, whose work he described as casting the PMB castigators. He ridicules the president's loyalists as castigating activists who critiques the president's decision and plans. The A part of this excerpt reads, "Bombs in my area, this is democracy." By this, he metaphorically refers to the roads provided by the government as bad and bumpy. Hence, he ironically scorns the present administration's hyped dividend of democracy. It is also worth noticing that just by juxtaposing internet fraud discourse, Yahoo Yahoo or Yahoo boys or fraudsters or keyboard warriors in the same context with this discourse on democracy, Falz makes it clear that the government's inability to provide gainful employment is the reason why the youth rushes into fraud. To echo his theme, it is noteworthy that the video starts with Falz holding a boombox, which could be taken as a symbol of just how loud corruption in Nigeria is, which he's trying to get across to Nigerians. To add to this carnage, which everyone seems to either take part of or do nothing about, shown by the Okada driver driving casually, passing the fight he sees, could also symbolize Nigerians' apparent chaos and lawlessness. This Falz acknowledges in the lyrics with the phrase, "Everybody na criminal."